Hey, I'm Tammy at All About Living, and today we're going to make a peach cobbler. As you guys know, the 4th of July is right around the corner, and what's more 4th of July than a good peach cobbler? We, all during growing up, Granny always had one for the 4th of July, and we always really look forward to it. But hers went in the oven. I found a way several years ago to make it in the crock pot. It is hot, y'all. It is like 95 degrees with an index and a feels like of like 105. I am dripping, pouring sweat because there's no air out here. And so we're going to get this done quick, fast, in a hurry. Show you how to get it done and not have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Alright, all you're going to need is either one big can of peach, just canned peaches, or 2 smaller cans. I have 2 smaller cans, and the actual original recipe said heavy syrup. Well, I don't know that you can find heavy syrup anymore. Most canned peaches I find are in light syrup, which is not a problem. It'll be just fine. But if you have the heavy syrup, go ahead and use that. Some baking powder, some cinnamon, some sugar, some butter, and some self-rising flour. Self-rising flour. I'm going to use some spray for the inside of my crock pot so it doesn't stick, and milk, which I don't have out because it's so hot. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is spray this no stick. Now y'all know I really do hate no stick. But I hate cleaning the crock pot worse, so we're going to use some and get that sprayed all around in there. And then we're going to take our butter, and we're going to take a half a cup of butter, and I already have it melted, and I'm just going to drop it right there in the bottom of this pot. Kind of smoosh it around so that there's some everywhere on the bottom. And that part's done. Pop top these peaches in their juice. We're going to just lay it all in there, just like that. No fuss, no muss. One more can, pop top. Drop it in there, just make sure it's kind of even in there. There we go, that's done. Okay, and Randy just asked me why there's no eggs out here and why I didn't tell you there was eggs in a batter. There are no eggs in a cobbler batter. Never has been, never will be. So there's that. Okay, we're going to start. We're just going to mix these ingredients. It's 1-1-1. Need 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of self-rising flour, and it doesn't even have to be sifted. Guess you could if you wanted to, but you don't have to. We're going to get a couple of teaspoons. If I can find one, I forgot to set one out. Oh, that's a half, so I'm going to need 4 of these, because that's a half a teaspoon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna give that a little stir, just to mix that in. Okay, not anything fancy, we're just running it around just a little bit. Now we're gonna add some cinnamon. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now if you don't like cinnamon, leave it out. It is not that important. Sometimes I use it and sometimes I don't. There we go. Just depends on whether I have it or it's handy or whatever I'm in the mood for. So if you like it, put it in. If you don't, leave it. Stir that up. Okay, and get you 1 cup of milk. Give that a stir. And And it doesn't even really have to be lumpless. You just want to get it mixed together. So it looks kind of like that. Looks really, really loose. See, loosey-goosey batter. If it's too thick, you need to add a little milk. So there you go. Okay, now I'm just going to pour that right in there, and I'm not stirring anything. You leave that right on the top. Okay, we're just going to put that all in there on top. You're not going to stir anything. When I said dump and go, I meant dump and go. We're going to drop this in. There's my arrow. Y'all remember I used to have such a hard time using this crock pot pressure cooker combo thing. But there it is. I'm closed. I'm going to hit the slow cooker. And my slow cooker automatically sets for 6 hours. I only want this to cook for an hour and a half to 2 hours, or until when I put a toothpick in there. When I put the toothpick in there, it comes out clean. Then it's done. So you're looking at between an hour and a half to 2 hours, no more than 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, so I'll be back and I'll check it in about an hour and a half. I'll do the toothpick test and see where I am. If not, we'll just let it cook a little longer. And check, it's 2 hours. I missed my hour and a half because we got busy and I didn't come in, but I'm poking all over and my toothpick is clear, so I'm good to go. We're gonna bowl us up some peach cobbler. Here we go. Randy's asking me why he can't have a bigger bowl. And I said no. We're gonna put some ice cream on this, and that's plenty.
All right, guys. Let me tell you something about peach cobbler. My dad loves peach cobbler. I love peach cobbler. And if you can make it any way you can to get you some peach cobbler, you do it. If that oven's too hot and you don't want to cook it, cook it in one of them little slow cookers right there and you'll have you some peach cobbler for dinner. I'm going to give this a quick test, but I already know what it tastes like because I know what Tammy's peach cobbler tastes like.
You can easily do this in the oven. It actually takes less time in the oven because you use the exact same ingredients, layer it the exact same way in a 9x9 casserole, and you will have perfect peach cobbler with a pretty golden crust. In a crock pot, it's not quite as pretty, but it tastes just as good, and you didn't fire up that oven and run everybody out of the house.
Oh, don't forget to put you a scoop of vanilla ice cream on the top.
Yeah.
I don't care if you use Tammy's homemade whipped cream.
Yeah, I like it with homemade whipped cream. I do. I love that. He likes ice cream. So
I like them both, honestly.
yeah. He'll eat it if I put it in front of him. It really doesn't matter.
I'll eat anything she puts in front of me. That is so good. And I'm going to tell you what, you can't go wrong with that.
Y'all have a great, great 4th of July. Bye.
Yep, bye. I'm going to stay in here and eat the rest of this.